Hi, I'm Tyson from Machine Shop Kettlebell Concepts. You're watching Machine Shop Solutions. Today's solution is about the Girevoy sports swing. Due to the influence of the RKC, most kettlebell instructors in North America practice hardstyle kettlebell philosophy. Hardstyle emphasizes explosive power and strength derived from connectivity and tension, and is primarily anaerobic. In Europe and other parts of the world, Girevoy sports style is much more popular, both for fitness and competition. Girevoy sport emphasizes mechanical efficiency, momentum, and relaxation. It is much more aerobic than hardstyle, and it is very useful for developing endurance. Though the two styles both use kettlebells and share many of the characteristic movements, the technique and applications are quite different. The breathing is reversed, and even the kettlebells are different. Hardstyle is usually performed with a cast iron kettlebell that gets larger as you move up in weight. Girevoy sport uses a steel kettlebell that maintains a regulation size and shape regardless of weight. Both kettlebells in the clips you see are 32 kilograms. For someone who has been taught the hardstyle method of the swing, it can be very difficult to learn the Girevoy sport method. After a brief overview of the two styles of swing, I'll show you a simple calisthenic movement that has helped me and many of my clients to bridge the gap. First, let's look at the hardstyle swing. As the kettlebell swings downward, the hips are chambered, activating the glutes and hamstrings and causing an elastic effect. With a powerful upward drive, the kettlebell is propelled back upward. Advanced practitioners will sometimes actively pull the kettlebell into the downswing to increase the cycle rate. This method of swing is very effective for building explosive power and developing the posterior chain as well as the lower body. Over high repetition, it will also develop muscular endurance. The Girevoy sports style swing is different in a few different ways, but the main difference is in the hip drive. Instead of chambering the hips on the downswing and immediately driving back upward, the athlete allows the kettlebell to travel further past, straightening the legs and creating the elastic effect further back, building more momentum. As the kettlebell begins to travel back upward, the hips are once again chambered. To put it simply, you hip drive twice to swing the kettlebell once. I believe this to be one of the main reasons for the increased mechanical efficiency. An experienced athlete can use this method to swing a heavy kettlebell for 10 minutes or even longer to develop long-term work capacity and cardiovascular fitness. However, being able to relax enough to perform the double hip drive is often the hardest part to learn for a hardstyle practitioner. The vertical jump is one of the more common ways to teach the hardstyle swing, since it's easier to focus on driving upward, keeping the weight on the heels and the hips activated when you don't have to worry about controlling a kettlebell. Instead of the weight of a kettlebell causing the elastic effect, it is the weight of your body coming downward that chambers the hips. The kettlebell is then added, and by relaxing the arms and focusing on the upward drive without the jump, the client can usually perform the swing. To teach a hardstyle practitioner the Girevoy sports style swing, I'll often use a different style of vertical jump, which I call the teeter jump. To perform a normal vertical jump, you would chamber your hips and simply drive straight up. To perform the teeter jump, chamber the hips, but then push them backward, causing elastic tension in the hamstrings and glutes as the legs straighten. Reach forward for balance at the same time. The elastic effect will naturally counterbalance you to the same squat depth that you originated from, and at that point, transfer the momentum into the vertical jump. If the transition is smooth, you should find that the jump is much easier, and that you can do it for much longer periods of time without fatiguing. The reason is that by pushing the hips back from the chambered position, you're performing a similar double hip drive to that of Girevoy sports style swings. Once you can feel a difference between the vertical jump and the teeter jump, you should be able to feel your way through the swing. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me through my website at www.kettlebellsedmonton.com, and there will be many more machine shop solutions to come, so make sure to subscribe.